Do you remember a couple days back when Gypsy Rose Blanchard posted this content update saying that she was no longer going to be posting any personal content on a public platform? But then she goes on to tell you that she is going to have a personal, very private platform, and it's only reserved for family and friends who she actually knows and can verify. She is even correcting everybody to let you know which one is real and will remain private. And if she does not know you and you cannot verify who you are, then she's not going to approve you. Gypsy, for weeks, hasn't posted anything that was private information. Even her bump updates on her baby bump were very generic and very PR content approved type of posts. And these here, somebody like Lifetime TV, who has been a major network for decades, has their own website, has a worldwide 8 billion people, 195 nations on planet Earth type of reach, and they also have their own accounts verified on social media platforms that are international, such as YouTube and TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They don't need their subjects to be promoting anything because they have way more than 9.9 million on their own website alone that they can reach. But Gypsy has largely used her public platform to promote her projects, her engagements, her campaigns. A lot of it was very generic, not very personal information to begin with. But she has not permanently deleted it. It's still very much up, and I'm going to show you why. Even though it's on clearance right now, Gypsy Rose Blanchard charges $4.99 for a membership. She has 32 subscribers right now, but that's still a significant amount of money that she is still making off of just one membership on just one platform. And you even get 5, 10, whatever stickers. You're supposed to get video shout outs too. I wonder if she actually does this. But when you go to her linked tree, it still says Gypsy Rose Blanchard, public figure, author, social media influencer, and advocate. And that's the part that really started her public following, really starting to see that her word choices and her behaviors were not matching up to her actual actions. And that's where the public started to turn and the tide started to change. It wasn't just a hate campaign. People were very much tired of her saying that she was advocating for children, or she was advocating for abuse survivors. She was advocating for mental disability or mental illness, advocating for prison reform or the justice system. And they just weren't seeing that happen. Because if you want to be an advocate, there's nothing anybody on this planet can say to you that's going to stop you. It's the same thing for anybody. You go to your job and you make money, and there's nobody that, like your neighbor, is going to be able to say to you, hey, you know what? You're a really bad electrician. You probably shouldn't go to your job. And you just decide, you know what? I try to be an electrician, but I'm just not. I know what I'm doing, and I show up to my job and I do my job, but I'm just not going to do it anymore. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. People that advocate are going to advocate despite and regardless what other people say or do. They will continue pushing on and doing what they feel, because advocacy is very unrewarding. It is a very priceless type of job and undertaking, but it is also something that doesn't get you attention. It doesn't get you fame, and it doesn't get you paid. You do it solely out of your soul, your mind, your heart, being the type of person that wants to bring not just awareness, but you actually want to advocate for change, for positive, proactive change. But Gypsy Rose Blanchard, if you even go to report any of the fake profiles pretending to be her and you try to say, okay, that this person's impersonating a celebrity, she's not even registered as a celebrity in social media systems for you to be able to even report fake accounts that are pretending to be her. And despite and regardless what people say or think about this whole thing, a lot of people don't think that she would be able to hold it together and be able to pretend at her baby shower that they are a happy couple when they are in fact broken up. It's not about so much that, because you don't know what they are doing to try to fuck with people or lie to people. And people are sitting here and taking Christy Blanchard's word on a live, and you're going to believe her? And you're going to believe Christy Blanchard. Everybody calls her crusty and calls her a liar, but then in the same breath is going to say, see, look at what she said. Let's believe her. As a survivor of abuse myself, and as somebody who has survived stage 3 cervical cancer, as somebody who was born with a rare genetic connective tissue disease and has a very egregious, very chronic pain disease, I'm going to tell you right now, I have never once, ever enlisted or even fucked with people who thought that it was okay to sit here and bash Gypsy's looks, to sit here and make fun of her body, to sit here and make fun of her height, to sit here and make fun of her relationship or her family. I have never once ever condoned or justified or excused, reasoned away, and if or butted any kind of, let's go to her street, let's call her boss, let's call her job, let's mass report, let's call all the companies that gifted her baby stuff and mass report them or mass negative review them or bomb her with negative comments. Let's do all of this nasty shit to her. Let's call her child. Let's call her child's school. Let's dox her. Let's try to cost her and her children a place to live. Let's call her boss. Let's put her information on the dark web and sell it. How about we fuck up her credit, we fuck up her life, we make her homeless, and then we sit there and make fun of her for that? I have never once, ever, because I'm not that type of person to condone that kind of behavior. But you know who is? Her right there. Because when she is friends with people like Bree and Social Justice Brat, and they're doing exactly that to people like me and my 5 children, not having any idea that me and Gypsy have a lot more in common than you think or that you know, because I myself am a survivor. I myself have survived cancer, and ain't no motherfucker on this planet, after what I've lived through, gonna sit here and harass me and try to bully me off of my own platform. I have every motherfucking right to be here the same way anybody else does. And I'm not on here lying, and I'm not on here telling people to go and call and harass and Google search and look up somebody. It is perfectly legal for anybody to talk to anybody else about their life and their past. And it is perfectly legal for any source to come forward and talk to anybody that they want to. And there is nothing you can do about that. It is under my civil and constitutional right, the same way it is yours, to express what you think and feel under free speech. It not only protects that truth, but it also protects press. So it's really ignorant to me that everybody sits here and says that people are bullying Gypsy because they're covering her life, they're covering her drama. That's what happens when you do multiple documentaries, docuseries, reality shows, multiple books, you've done multiple engagements, speeches, campaigns, that you've done multiple interviews. People are going to cover it, and they're going to cover it for only one person, because she is a convicted criminal. That's it. She's a convicted criminal who made a victim out of other people. And her behavior has been so bad outside of prison, it proves that not only was she not rehabilitated, she wasn't reformed. Everybody can agree on that. But I understand Gypsy has civil and constitutional rights just like everybody else. And she has the right to live her life. She has the right to do that. But she forfeits that right when she decides to sell her story and narrative and sell privacy in exchange for money and a show. So that's the crossroads where people are not understanding that we're allowed to cover her if we want to.